team that has come in through groups, you know. So we're going to see a really cool match here.
2, 1. Let's go. Purdue versus the University of Alberta. Both of these teams a little bit slower out of the gate, but Purdue, both of their standards in that resupply zone, grabbing their projectiles, both physical and or virtual.
U of A's hero seems to be camping out in the back of their base. Interesting strategy.
Wow, Purdue unleashes a volley. And many of the projectiles, excuse me, the noise that I'm hearing, they are launching a volley at the sentry of UofA, but their sentry actually launching all of its projectiles into, I believe, a wall.
It seems like it's actually tracking their base, perhaps, Preston. I think it's pulling a Tamu over here, hitting their base with their sentry.
You can barely see it in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Their robot firing 700 projectiles into their purple armor panels. Luckily, their base indestructible. If you're Purdue, that's quite frustrating to see. If you're U of A, if you could get a kill, actually that sentry would start to help you out maybe.
Yeah. But U of A right now is taking it out. Their sentry's gone now, so your shield is also gone. So now you got to be a little more careful here. You're like, you got to kind of play the long game now. You got to play a little more defensive.
Purdue making a move forward with their red standard 4. Also shooting their own base. That was confusing.
Interesting. It also looks like Purdue's red standard 3 just overpowered itself.
But the base of U of A is exposed. So red standard 4 could put projectiles there as well. Red standard 3 going to the right end of the field. Going to take the central buff
point. Sure, I mean, I guess you've got the time now. You know, you're playing the defensive game here with these double standards. I would say you would want to go a little more for those base shots, try and get a little bit more of a favorable lead in case that hero comes online.
Yeah, now red standard 3 trading heavily with blue hero 1, who's in the resupply zone, dealing a lot of damage. Obviously not getting a kill, but the XP coming across now level 10 for both bots on the side of Purdue.
Purdue's balancing standard now taking out the base over here, dealing a significant amount of damage, almost 300 total, 225 health to it.
Really good looking balancing bot over there. You can see, whoa!
It almost fell over again, a little bit of a jump, but is able to keep itself upright. And we know that they do have the ability to recover it if they really need to. Yeah, Purdue's sentry does this thing that is really interesting, where it kind of moves around this area of the field a lot. And I find that really funny because I feel like sometimes it's exposing itself a little bit too much.
Very true. Purdue taking in a second here to take away some more base health using their balancing standard in this protected position. So no armor panels exposed to the base side of U of A.
This is one of the big buffs that balancing received this year. It's allowed to shoot over the side.
U of A finding an angle though, really, really small right there.
And Purdue starts rotating their panels around, making it even more difficult. Getting out of the way of U of A's standard there, trying to take it out.
All of these level 10 standards just have so much health. You could see even though the University of Alberta was able to do quite a bit of damage to that red 3 infantry, it still stayed above half health.
Yeah. Purdue's red 4 standard now coming in, doing some damage to the base, and red 3 is not far behind. This could start to seal the deal with the amount of projectiles both these robots have.
Yeah, there's still 1 minute and 42 seconds left, but I really doubt we're going to see that time play out as Purdue chews through the base. Both of their standards now there, ignoring the harassment from the side of the University of Alberta, and
taking
Purdue
out the base.
takes
Total
the dub.
destruction.
If you can hear all that crazy cheering on our mics, that is the Buffs playing against RHIT. A bit of a grudge match as RHIT took their spot.
In the 3v3.
Yes, sir. But here on the 3v3 field, Purdue taking the win over the University of Alberta.
Has to be like within that last round. I think there's definitely a possibility for them to make it. And we're going to have to see it in the next 3, 2, 1. And we're off. Both
Purdue.
robots making it. Oh, U of A's standard 3 struggling it over the bump for a little bit here, but does clear it. Purdue already a little bit faster on their rollout. Both standards have come out to buy ammo, and standard 4 is about to leave the resupply. Start attacking that sentry directly. See, this is a good aggression. This is a good amount of aggression, I would say, for Purdue. Just go ahead and start hitting that sentry immediately out the gate.
Yeah, notably Purdue's sentry not yet ammo dumping. Purdue did get the drop. You know, they were able to get out a little bit faster. A couple of those armor panels are no longer blue. That means the sentry will start to incur damage from the referee system. You see the blinking yellow lights at the top of its LED. And now the sentry for Purdue firing, but this time at a blue robot.
Fired a lot of shots.
It was credited with, there we go, the blue AI taken out first. The Sentry of University of Alberta taken down.
Yeah.
This is the pivotal moment. Will it target that purple panel? It does not.
It does not.
Purdue able to lock onto the blue and avoid locking onto its own base.
We've got a little bit of standard competition going on in the back as Red 4 takes out the hero on U of A's side.
Yeah, the damage done by the Sentry will count towards the experience of Purdue's bots. And so now Purdue, strong lead, starting to get some base damage down. University of Alberta pushing hard, though, only 150 HP left on the Purdue Sentry.
Purdue Standard 4 going back to get some physical projectiles, while Purdue Standard 3 continues to put some pressure onto the blue base over here. Now going back to get some virtual projectiles instead.
That's right. Those blue bots from the University of Alberta trying to get close to that Sentry, but it has retreated a little bit during that confrontation.
Absolutely. The Sentry no longer seems to be locking on to those blue panels, or is at least not at this point. So maybe a little bit safer for University of Alberta to come in and start taking some damage onto it. Instead of focusing on the
University of Alberta does chase off the balancing standard. 120 health left. 190. He needs to hit 8 projectiles, 7
70.
Projectiles.
Ooh, has to back off though.
He is able to get away with being a level 7 robot. I would have liked to see him stay, I think, and finish off that Sentry.
He's also low on projectiles though. Only had 2 more in the tank, so I understand backing off, picking up some more virtual projectiles in that case. Yeah.
2 minutes and 28 seconds to play.
Purdue now base rushing in this case. I think that's a smart play in this situation because you're not quite safe yet. 70 health on your Sentry is not a lot. That goes down and a hero comes in. You're looking at possibly losing out on this match here if you're Purdue.
And there's the University of Alberta, the hero, the only chance. 6 projectiles. That's 1,200 potential damage. If they're able to land all of those, they will pass up. They will pass up Purdue in that win condition. Ooh.
First one misses.
He's left unattended. He's able to drive really close.
He's just going.
This will be the deciding factor. Trying to get those projectiles maybe unjammed. And he's hitting 13. It's a base race. But he doesn't have enough to finish off the base, though, and I believe the University of Alberta's base will fall completely. They've sent one standard back, trying to defend. 109 damage, overpower.
From the Purdue side, overpowering the standard is pretty bad here. You're only 1 standard left. Does your balancing have to go back? Oh no, your balance has to go back.
Purdue,
and your standard overpowers itself again.
Was so close to finishing this round out, taking the match 2-0. The University of Alberta also so close, but running out of hero projectiles.
They can purchase more at this point, though, Preston. It is still anyone's game.
It really is.
Oh, Purdue might drop their balancing. Oh no, their balancing's falling over.
It's overpowered. Blue Standard 3 has projectiles. I don't know if they have any physical projectiles. They've purchased some. They've got to return back to base.
Heroes bought 10 projectiles.
Yeah, but there's no way. It only needs 20 17-millimeter projectiles, and it will go the way of Purdue. The University of Alberta loses in a best-of-3, but what a show they put on.
An amazing showcase right there. See, and that was the adaptation I was talking about. University of Alberta almost clutching it out there, but just being a little more aggressive, going straight for that Sentry at the very beginning.
Man, I mean, that was so close. Really well played by both teams. Congratulations, RoboMaster competitors. You can see their teams here on the bottom.